Mr. Gupta, you are leading GEM Enviro, and you are basically one of the waste management agencies that most of our members engage with. You have also been actively implementing this EPR for a number of years. So I would like to understand from your perspective that when you look at single-use plastics, because your organization is also handling every set of plastic waste coming out of it. What do you think that how much impact does it make when India goes for a banning of single-use plastic? And also, what do you think that could be, key enablers for, scaling the initiatives, specifically in the context of northern region? So over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Kamal, and thank you, Akram, for inviting us on this panel. And my regards to all the dignitaries who have joined. It is a very enlightening, session with all of you. And then we are on the same page. As a GEM, I would like to highlight that we have been working since 2013. And as a professional, this market was always there, plastic collection, segregation, recycling. But as a professionals, we needed to understand how this informal sector, formal sector can be organized, and from all the stakeholders involved in that part, from the collection, segregations, and then to the others way out. So we did a lot of projects to understand this, behavior change, because we have to initiate the behavior change. We did a lot of projects with the different stakeholders. We did it with the schools. We started with our brand owners, with the colleges, with the schools, with the hospitals, with the malls, even with the rec pickers. So understanding the mindset of how these things can move in and how we can improvise, how we can, better these things. So whatever is there can be channelized into the proper channel there. And then we came up with, for this, we went out, we studied the whole model which is implemented in the world. So as the sir said, we thought of this machines and all these things because we worked on three pillars like awareness, infrastructure, and then the execution of that thing. The awareness, of course, people should know what will happen next if I throw the waste, if I dump the waste, so what will happen? So we have to excite them. This will happen after you throw the waste. It will turn into something beautiful. It will turn into something useful. And then other impacts it would create besides the useful items, other impacts it would create on the environment and other benefits. And of course, the most important is the infrastructure. The infrastructure, if I want to throw something, where to throw in the way? When we are talking about the sustainable tourism, as a traveler, I need, if I'm carrying something, so I will carry that thing up to some level. If I don't find, I will litter. This is the tendency of every tourist there. So I need to create the infrastructure where I can easily assess wherever I want to throw my litter, wherever I can go, and I can throw my litter easily. That's why we started with the reverse vending machine. This concept was brought to India by us only. We made in India itself, and then we worked at the different places like Shirdi we went. Rajamundri is another Kumbh Mela. There we installed these machines in the Behrampur, and even we advised 4 years back to the Vaishno Devi Shrine Board also how this thing could be tackled, or these machines or something can be put up, and how the incentivization, that is the most important, like sir was saying, pay and polluter policy. Actually, who will pay? Because the tourist is there for the 2 days, and if we cannot trace it. But if we incentivize, we pay back some system, if he throw something, another will pick up, rag picker, eco warrior, something, and then it will go into the proper chain. So we have, with IRCTC work at the different railway stations, so we work at the ground level, at the source, how the things can be collected, how the things can be moved in the proper channel, and how the things can be, given to the recycler. So even at this tourist place, all the things litter is mostly from the tourist. And if someone gets the right place to dump or nearby, he will definitely dump in that place, and we can get the source and segregation from there only. So this is the one point. Second point is banning of anything if there is no alternatives, not a solution, because you see, single-use plastic is being used by the very, very low, level of the society, and they need it, something. To provide, first we have to provide the alternative. Actually, the thing is, It should be a voluntary thing. Okay, this thing is not useful to me, I should not use it. But then they need an alternative to that thing. And it is a very big industry. So we need to provide the alternatives to the industry. Only then it can be, implemented successfully. It can be done successfully. So until and unless cost effective and anything is there which can replace the current, single use plastic, it would not be so successful, because you can never, pressurize something. You can never do the things in a very successful way when you don't provide the other things to them. So I see, of course, the people are working on that way, and the things have started coming in. We started a long time back. We did, like, say, hotel industry and all these things. We have worked on many projects on these things. So we are very hopeful. We are very passionate about these things. And of course, we are executing in a very robust way, in every way where we can do the things. And we are, progressing in this way. So our main thing is EPR and all these things we see from the perspective of the society, how we can help the society to grow up, how can we make some impact, how can we leave some impact on the society by doing something and guiding it to the right way. So with this, Kamal, all things are said, actually, and this is a very elaborate thing. We can keep on talking for a day or two or a month on these things. So this is already many things are said. So my thing is key only the infrastructure for doing the things, because it has to be created. So anyone who is want to dispose of anything, and proper incentivization of that thing, because if you don't put something in that thing, another person who needs that incentivization would do it, and we have done it, and that is a monetary incentivization, actually, not nimbu pani or flowers or something like that, but that is a monetary incentivization. What we have done, what we have reported, and what we have discussed at many panels. So most of the tourism and this sustainable we can build when we incentivize proper way, or we can implement some deposit system which can be implemented at a pilot scale at somewhere. So we guarantee it will derive the result from that thing, and we can always help out of these things. The commercial, I will keep it short. So this is my submission, and we can help you a lot in this way.